Alright, here we go. We're going to do the fillet tutorial. So first thing you're going to do is open a standard IPT, which is the standard inventor part file. Okay, we're going to create two rectangles on this. So we're going to create 2D sketch. Let's design it from a top view. And we're going to make a rectangle that is 3 inches by, zoom back out, by 4 inches. And it's going to be extruded 2 inches. So we click, we'll extrude it 2 inches. It's going to make our block. Now in this block, we want a pocket. So I'm going to go to Create 2D Sketch, put it on top of the block, and we're going to create another rectangle on this sketch. And the dimensions are supposed to be 2 by 3. And all of the sides should be 1/2 inch away. So I'm going to click on that top line and that line and make that 1/2 of an inch. And I'm going to click on this left side and this left side and make that 1/2 of an inch. And it should be perfectly centered now. Now I'm going to cut this rectangle in the middle. I'm going to cut it in. So I'm going to go to 3D Model. And we'll do Extrude. Cut is the middle option. So we'll select Cut. The profile I want to use is that middle rectangle. Now right now it's going to cut 2 inches deep. I don't want it to do that. I want it to cut a distance of 0.75 inches. Now I also want it to taper in as it goes, so as it cuts down it gets smaller. So I'm going to go to More, and I'm going to put a taper angle of -10. And you can see that as it goes down into the material, it's getting smaller. So I'll hit OK. And now I've got a pocket. Now we're going to use the fillet feature, which is right here. If I click on fillet, open the arrow, it defaulted to 1/8 of an inch radius, and that's fine. We'll keep it, actually let's go ahead and put it to 1/4 inch for this part, so 0.25. And I want you to select all the edges inside of this. So there's going to be 8 of them. So it's the corners. Okay, and so we're going to continue selecting sides in here. There are 8 of them total. Here's one, and there, and here, and we got one more right there. So those are all going to have a 1/4 inch fillet. So I'm going to hit OK, and it rounded them off, so it's nice and smooth in there. Now the way I'm looking at this, if we go to View, I'm doing a view of this visual style. I'm just doing shaded. But if you want to see those fillets a little bit better, you can do shaded with edges, and then you can actually see what those fillets, where they start and where they end. Okay, so we'll go back to 3D Model. Under Fillet, this time I'm going to do it as an 1/8 of an inch, so 0.125, and I'm going to round off all the top edges. Now what we can do is we can do what's called a loop. And when you do a loop, if you click one edge, it's going to pick all the edges that were in that loop. So I'll just do those, and then yeah, we'll just go ahead and we'll just do all the exterior edges. Alright, and one more, and we'll hit OK. And now we have a nice rounded box with a pocket in it. That's the end of the tutorial.